The dollar is everywhere, in your pocket, in oil deals, in global reserves. But something's changing. From Brazil to China to the Gulf, countries are ditching the dollar. They're trading in yuan, in rupees, in gold, even in crypto. So, is the US dollar actually in danger? Let's follow the money. After World War II, the US dollar became the world's default currency. Global trade, oil, and loans were priced in dollars. Why? Trust. The US had the biggest economy, the strongest military, and the most stable institutions. People believed the dollar would hold its value, but that trust is starting to crack because America has a spending problem. Its debt is over $34 trillion and rising fast. Every new crisis means more printing, more borrowing, and more inflation. Other countries are watching, and they're getting nervous. Why should they rely on the dollar if Washington keeps printing it like candy? Enter the BRICS: Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, and now more are joining. They want a new world order, one where the dollar isn't king. So they're creating their own systems. Russia and China are trading in yuan. India's buying oil in rupees. The UAE is making deals in digital currencies. Even Saudi Arabia, once the dollar's biggest supporter, is exploring new options. And that's huge, because for 50 years, the petrodollar has ruled the world. Oil-producing countries sold oil in dollars and recycled that money into U.S. bonds. It gave the U.S. a magic trick: endless borrowing without collapse. Now, that magic is fading. So is the dollar doomed? Not yet. The U.S. still controls the world's financial system. Its markets are deep, liquid, and trusted. Most global debt is still priced in dollars. And in times of crisis, people still run to the dollar, not away from it. But the cracks are there. Countries are building alternatives. New banks, new payment systems, new currencies backed by gold or tech. And AI, blockchain, and digital finance are speeding this up. The real threat isn't a collapse, it's competition. For the first time in decades, the dollar has rivals, and global power follows currency. If you're enjoying this breakdown, give it a like. It really helps the channel grow. If the dollar loses dominance, America loses leverage. It gets harder to sanction rivals, harder to fund wars, harder to protect its influence. And when a currency loses trust, it rarely gets it back. So no, the dollar isn't dying, but it is bleeding, and others smell the blood. The dollar's future depends on one thing: can America rebuild the world's trust, or will the world finally move on? History tells us reserve currencies don't last forever, but they usually don't collapse. They fade, one trade at a time. So next time you swipe your card, wire money, or pump gas, ask yourself, how long can the dollar remain in charge? Because if the shift happens, you won't read about it. You'll feel it. Want to stay ahead of the world's biggest financial moves? Then subscribe to Factomania, where we follow the money, the power, and the facts.